Mystery, the constant we take for granted. How does it all work is not a question to answer, just the one worth asking. Chalk in hand, for where else can we become a variable but the attempted proof? The trajectory of desire, a projectile shrugging off gravity, first Earth's, then the minefield among stars, dark matter, the darker, unnamed. We yearn perpetually as cells flake off and renew, mutate at the rate of disorder times MO. Motive remains unclear. This is how we mark our spot, to know all that we know it fully for a shiver, whole. Then release it, another arrow aimed at the black before the sun's light, 8 minutes from the making, propels half of us into fury, the other half towards a certain dawn. I've been writing quite a lot about the mind, the brain, sort of how we occupy spaces, both sort of outer space and inner space as well at the same time. I sort of, for this collection, sort of took as a touchstone. Poincaré is a French mathematician. He said, the study of astronomy is good because it shows how large our minds, how small our bodies. Right? And this seemed to me to apply to the study of any natural world, like the cosmos, as well as the quantum physics stage of things, the outer and the inner. And so I've been talking about how we can sort of hold so much in our heads, and yet we have this sort of finite means to hold it. Like we have, we're capacity, we're mortal, our cells are continually degenerating, they're continually falling apart, and yet our minds have this ability not only to hold it, but to pass it on to succeeding generations. So the book is really about what it means to be intelligent. Intelligent as a person, but also intelligent as a species. How do we come to know the world? And how does this knowledge of the world, I mean, most people, when they live day to day, they don't really need to know a lot about how things work. I mean, you don't need to know a lot about the physics of walking across a room to actually get across the room. But given that knowledge, given that we have access to that knowledge, how does this change the way we look at the world? And it obviously does. I mean, we obviously have big questions that we need to answer. I'm sure mathematicians are as creative as the typically creative people that we think of in our society. I'm sure they would argue that as well. But certainly in those higher planes, things come together. I mean, the idea, philosophy, and the nature of the universe certainly comes together all the time.